Hey, welcome back to Doki Literature Club. About to press play? Gonna make a milkshake. I don't know. Anyway, welcome back. This is part 2 of Doki Literature Club. I hope we can finish it. I'm probably gonna have to make a part 3, but whatever. So anyway, my little dears, you have to watch part 1 for this all to make sense. But we're doing Doki Literature Club. Logan! Dude, imagine I forgot to save. I would crash out. Because they have their own goals and their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly when you thought you related to the protagonist, they made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, this is all right then. I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. I let things like books or writing fill my thoughts. I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I ended up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. I just seem so passionate about reading. Well, the least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put in my bag. Alright, it's fine. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slipped into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I'll open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry! I was just... Yuri, you need to stop. You really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. Here. This should work, okay? I lie my desk until it's up against yours and hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. This is my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to the side. But in holding it like this, we're held even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. Sorry! I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I love about Yuri's face and Narmi's me. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. Probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me. Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. You're no longer asking me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it to my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways. But she also second-guesses all the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. Not like I can see it into your head or anything. But they're kind of reminiscent of the same of your mannerisms. I see. Yuri remained silent for a moment. But Piper, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. It's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait, I didn't mean in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I didn't really know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant it's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone! I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. Might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhaled despair from finishing her thought. Is that all right, Yuri? You look kind of down. Sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. All right, I guess I'll do some reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little longer tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. All right. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book and slip it back into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I can really find more mentions first since I've never really done this before. Well, everyone's ready. Why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. You can see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? Yuri. Yuri's the most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion to be fair. Fuck, I dropped one of my things. Oh, I should probably mention this. This is not a children's game. Not family friendly. Acceptable. What was that? Did I say that out loud? The first covers her mouth and then out covering her face. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a deep breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imaginary and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually the first time, really. Huh? You're staring at me blankly and it looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, What if I didn't drop it? Oh well. Oh, there it is. She trails up on it with a finding excuse. She trails her finger along the words and then is breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah. Okay. This is not unavailable to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most notable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their styles very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter and they fit the two together. The end result is both style and expression is weekend. Once you finds your trains of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There's so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do! I'd love to share my thoughts process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Well, itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tedious of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I battle. Calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? wasn't thinking about that at all, but it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. Actually, I think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems, not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Piper. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. Remember that poet often expresses their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work? One tells before a pair picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining piece of comfort, unable to let go of the past, soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I haven't thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so. Nah, if anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I really enjoyed it. I'm gonna keep doing my best for you, Piper. Me too. You shall show my poem to you next. Monica! Hi, Piper. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. First, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better after going with the flow until I'm more settled down. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Piper. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we're all learning to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, Piper. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imaginary symbolism. Unlike Sarah, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes someone readers are left to derive their own meaning out to themselves. It's very challenging to write like that expectantly, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all the nuances. It's a beautiful private law, I'm assuming you have at this point. I never really asked though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased or their own kind of style, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. Not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel the way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the sparkle protrudes? A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend? I'll never know I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My written eyes, already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realized now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. That is deep. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. No, I'm not really the right person to ask for freedom. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When we're from that line, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I should say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. and epiphany. Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. No, but think about it. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big, dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. YURI! This is a good poem, Piper. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who will be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Piper. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people. That's something that only really good people do. Thanks, YURI. I'm not sure if YURI sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah! And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay! Now you read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me, kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wash away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. YURI, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No! Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no answer. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least it makes me feel a little bit better about myself. Don't be mean! I still tried my best. Yes. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. Came out nicer. How should I put it? It sounds like just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially the last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget. And I'm going to write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Piper, if you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home. What? Harsh. What, you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe not very good, but yeah, I did put in the effort. We all start somewhere, right? I'm so proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about? Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you'll probably think it's stupid. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Not Suki, I'm sorry, but I hate it. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks this writing needs to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't ever take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style doesn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly! Usually, I like when it says read, but it hits you hard, like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yes, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. Just to bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro! I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. Sorry to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuko is feeling proud, then I want to take that away from her. Yeah. Yes, that's everyone. Glad around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's just everyone's judging me for my mediocre writing ability. Okay, guys. I think that's going to be it for today. Save. Thank you all so much for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe. Who is your favorite Doki? And, as always, I will see all of you, my dears, in the next video. Bye! Just gotta go back. Anyway, bye-bye! Bye-bye, everyone!